ArcGIS Pro, Exercise 1. Before beginning the exercise, make sure you've downloaded the materials as described in one of the previous modules. Start by opening ArcGIS Pro on your computer. Once ArcGIS Pro is open, select the Map option from Blank Templates. Rename your project. And select a location where you want this project to be saved. Once you have saved your project, a blank map will open. Click on the Map tab at the top and the Add Data button. Navigate to the workshop folder that you previously downloaded from Dropbox. Navigate into the Data folder and the Workshop Exercises folder. Add all the data layers except for the text file, which is just descriptive information about the Cambridge demographics layer. You can use the Control key to select more than one file at a time. When you're finished, click OK. The data layers show up in the left on the Contents pane. You can right-click on any layer and select Zoom to Layer to center it on the screen. In the center of the screen is where our data are actually displayed. There is a base map that was automatically added to give your data context. You can move around the map using the controls at the top of the screen, such as the full extent button, zoom in, zoom out, or just by dragging the map with the hand icon. You can drag the data layers up and down, which will change their drawing order. Whatever is listed at the top of the Contents pane will appear on top of everything that is listed at the bottom. So you want to make sure that your data layers are not covering each other. You can also turn data layers on and off by checking or unchecking the box next to their name. For now, we'll turn off our Cambridge DEM layer. We'll also change how this looks a little bit later in the workshop. The menus at the top of the screen will show you different tools you can use to do different things to your data layers. The Analysis tab also includes a toolbox that lists hundreds of different tools you can use to analyze your data. For this workshop, we'll focus more on the visual appearance of the data rather than doing analysis. Look at the different data layers in the Contents pane on the left. Are they vector or raster data? If they are vector, are they point, line, or polygon? We can see from the symbology used that the MBTA node is a point vector layer, MBTA arc is a line vector layer, and Cambridge demographics is a polygon vector layer. When the DEM was turned on, we can see this is a continuous surface comprised of pixels, and so this is a raster. The MBTA node and MBTA arc are the points and the lines of the subway system in Boston, Massachusetts, United States. Cambridge is a city adjacent to Boston. This data layer contains demographic information about the city of Cambridge that is divided into different census divisions. Cambridge DEM is a digital elevation model. Each pixel represents a different elevation value. To see the underlying data of each layer, right-click on it and select Attribute Table. What columns are included with the MBTA arc data layer? Looking in the Attribute Table, you can see that columns include line, which represents the subway line, route, which is the specific subway route, and grade, which is information about the condition of the subway line. If we wanted to know what this particular number meant, we would look at the metadata for this data layer. How about for this digital elevation model? What does the attribute table look like? You'll notice that it includes different information than what we saw with the vector data layers. As you may remember from the lecture, raster data has an attribute table that is different from vector data. The attribute table of raster data includes the value of each pixel found in the value column and the number of pixels that have that value found in the count column. In this example, there are 148 pixels that have an elevation value of -9. When you're finished viewing the attribute tables, you can close them. The Cambridge Restaurants data layer is not currently in a shapefile format, so it is not displaying on the map. It is tabular, but we can convert it to point data by plotting the coordinates included in the table. Right-click on the Cambridge Restaurants CSV in the Contents pane. Select Display XY Data. Click on the folder next to the Output Feature class and select a location to save the data. The X field should already be filled in with longitude and the Y field with latitude. Keep the coordinate system as WGIS 84 and click OK. The location of restaurants have now shown up as points in our map, and the CSV has been saved as a shapefile. Save your map project and keep ArcGIS Pro open for the next exercise.